In this video, I'm going to be showing you every single Valk cam on the map Chalet. So watch this video to find out every single cam spot that you can use for every single bomb site. Let's start off with the top floor. Let's start with Solarium. The first spot I'm going to show you is literally just down here. This nice, quick and easy one. You literally just chuck it right behind the plant. It's very tucked away and hidden. Decent little spot. The next one I have for you is literally, you throw your C4 right there. You want to aim your camera right at the front and bounce it off like that. And it'll actually be in the whole of Solarium, and nobody is going to find this camera. Like, it is completely hidden. You can't see it from the stairs. Even when you're up here, it's very hard to see. And then you can shoot it and get it back if you don't like it. Very easy and good spot. The next one I have for you is literally right where the stairs are in Solarium, right in this corner up here. So I'm going to line it up there, just where the camera lands, right in the gap. You can see the stairs and the whole of Solarium, and it's a very hard spot to actually see. So that is every spot for Solarium. We're going to move on to the master bedroom now. There's not too many for this area here, to be honest with you, but there is one. So I'll stand right at the edge where this hatch is here and stand up. And you just want to line your camera right in that corner there. And you can see most of the master bedroom. You can see this doorway. And if you have the breach here, you can actually see all the way this office room here. So if you open up this, you can actually see into here. So that's a pretty decent spot for the master bedroom. Another good spot is if you shoot open the hole here. You're going to come below here. Once you find a decent spot to throw it, you just chuck it up. And you'll actually be right underneath where this bed is. And I'll show you what that looks like from above now. So the camera is literally just tucked right under that bed there. And it's pretty well hidden. Obviously, if this hostage wasn't here, you could actually see a lot more. I think the bomb site is round here. So you could place it anywhere along here, wherever you like. I just prefer to tuck it a bit more in the corner. It's just harder to see. Obviously, you can use like the beams up here. Like, I'll sometimes chuck a camera all the way up in this corner here. You can land your camera just in that corner there. You can put it there and you can see all the way down to this doorway and this window. I would just much rather stick it all the way up there. It's a far better spot in my opinion. Or you can chuck it over in this corner here. It's personal preference. There's not too many for this room, to be honest with you. If I've missed any out, do obviously let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, that's all the ones that I could find for master bedroom. We'll move into the piano room now. So a really good spot is literally just in this lamp here. So if you line it up right at the bottom, like, well, that's not how you do it. Literally just like that. So then the bottom is touching there. It's really well camouflaged with the lamps. So I'll be showing off a lot of these with the lamps. There's a lot of really good spots you can do. But from here, you can literally see the whole of piano room. And you can see that window and the rotate that will be here. Another really good spot is literally if you throw your camera underneath the piano here, you'll be able to see all the way in the office and you'll see people running past the piano. Yeah, and going into the bathroom now, there's not many in this room, to be honest with you. The one spot I will use, but it's obviously not too good. A lot of people will find this camera. It's literally just put it under the lamp again. But obviously it's not very well hidden. The only other good spot that I could find for this room is literally just up in the corner here. If you chuck your camera up there, you can see the whole room, see the window, but obviously it's not very hidden. There's not many good spots. Let's move on to the office. Now there's quite a few for this room. The first one I'm going to show you is you want to line up with the middle of these glasses and the plates. You want to throw one camera and throw another and it'll just bounce in the middle. And to get your camera back, you want to crouch walk to this corner, stand up, and then grab your camera. And then your camera will be up there. It sort of blends over the glasses, and it's pretty hard to see. And you can see most of this room. You can see the double window from the rotate, you can see this doorway, and you can hear them if they're planted at this corner here. So it's a really good spot. Another good one that I'll use is literally just, I'll shoot open the top of this, and then I'll throw my camera on the back of that chair there. And not many people actually spot this, but you can see the whole doorway here. And I mean, it's pretty hard to see unless you're crouch walking. You're not actually going to see it. Most of the time people walk around here, they're going to be stood up. The final one that I'll do is literally just up in this corner here. I'll throw a camera up there. And from here you can see this rotate and you can see people that might be planting behind this chair here. Or people that are walking through the doorway. And my final spot is the plant trick. Just get your C4, bounce it off, grab your C4. And from this camera you can see literally the corner here where the default plant spot is. You can see the door, you'll see the rotate, you'll probably hear people climbing through the window, you can see people going through the door. Like, for me, I personally think that is the best camera spot for this room. That one's also really good. There's quite a few for this room that you can use. Let's move on to the library hallway. So the first one I'll show you, which I wouldn't do, I see so many people do it, is literally just throw a camera up in the corner here. It is fairly hidden, but because there's a default camera there, they're likely to see it up there. So I'll either chuck a camera up in this corner here, or if you come down the stairs a little bit, over where these bushes are, if you go far back in the corner, just here, like that, you'll actually see all of these stairs, and you can see just the top of this balcony here. Like, you can see my head there, and I'm right by the doorway over here. Like, you can see people all the way back here. That's a pretty good spot, and it's very well hidden, and it's quick and easy to get down. Now then, let's move on to where this balcony is here. So, the first spot that I'll do, right where these drawers are, if you ping it and then drop down and walk in here, if you line up right where the middle of this is, and you shoot out a hole, actually get your camera all the way up there, and you can see the whole of this floor here, and it's a really good spot. Hardly anybody is even going to find it, like, at all. So the next one is literally back on this plant again, throw your C4 and bounce it off, and you can actually grab your C4 back. You can hear people come up the stairs, you can see people at this top floor, and if you obviously get your camera in the right spot, you'll be able to see a lot of this balcony over here. Unfortunately, I haven't got it in the greatest spot. Oh, I've just blown myself up. Oh dear, no, what have I done? I pressed the wrong button. I thought I was throwing a camera. So, right, I'm back after killing myself with the C4. Anyway, I have another one that is literally just about there. And you can see from here, that window. And the main point of this is, where this window is, if you come below, what I'll do is I'll shoot out just the one, it's very important, the one layer. I'll tuck my C4 up there. And I'll sit on this camera. As soon as someone jumps through this window, I'll blow up my C4 and it's going to land you so many kills. So many people go through this double window and it'll get you so many kills. Dead easy to do. If we come into the library, an absolutely insane spot. If you chuck your camera literally get it right towards the bottom, just there like that. And from here you can actually see a bit of this window here, right where I've pinged. And if you go down below, drop a ping on it so you know where you're going. What I will do is just, again, break out a layer. Chuck my C4 up there. You can even tuck it behind the floorboards if you want. What I'll do is I'll just literally just come all the way like back here, and I'll chuck my C4 there where it goes right behind the floorboards, and I'll sit on the camera. As soon as I see someone jump through that window, I'll blow up the C4 and it's going to land you a kill. So I believe that's every spot for the top floor. So let's move down a level. The next spot I'm going to show you is pretty damn good. Right where this fireplace is, you want to chuck your camera underneath this light here, and it's literally impossible to see. You can see so much from here. You can see the whole of this fireplace. You can see right down to the stairs. That's a really good spot. Next one I'll do is literally just up here like this, like that. So if you throw your camera up there, you can actually see the whole of this stairway and this window just from that one camera. And not many people are actually going to see it here. That's pretty well tucked away and hidden. And then there's the other obvious really good spot. Again, up in one of these plant pots, chuck your C4 on it, bounce your camera, and it'll literally land right in the plant pot. And you can see down where this hallway is, you can see the top of these stairs, and you can see the stairs going up, and this doorway, which is absolutely insane. And if you ever want to move your camera, what you can do is just shoot out the corner, and your camera will actually drop down. We may as well move on to the bar room. First thing I will do, shoot this so it's destroyed. And when you get your camera, you want to get where the blue bit is, you want to get that in front of it, so it's even harder to actually see the blue light. I know this thing will be in your way, but that'll actually hide the blue light, and it's a pretty damn hard camera spot to see. Next one is I'll chuck a C4 right where this TV is, and then I'll bounce the camera off it, not like that. I'll bounce the camera right off the corner like that, pick up the C4, and then you got your camera up on the TV, and you can see most of this bar room pretty well hidden. Like, not many people are actually going to check up there and notice that that is a camera. If you want to get it, once again, just shoot the TV and then pick up your camera. Got gaming room now. Once again, you can stack it on top of this TV. If you do that, you have to climb on here to get your C4 back. So you chuck your C4 up right at the edge here, bounce your camera off the edge, pick up your C4, and then your camera's up there once again, and you can see the whole of that room really. I was going to say, if that actually goes in, that would be really overpowered, but it doesn't do that. You chuck it in the triangle. Broke the triangle. Let's move on to the kitchen and this hall. Let's do this hallway first. There's not a huge amount you can do with this hallway. There's these lights here. Chuck them in there. It's pretty well hidden. For me, I would much rather just stick it in this one here. I feel like it's the most hidden and most tucked away. And you can see a bit more. Or what you can do is get your camera to bounce off of here. I'll chuck my C4 on the side like that, bounce the camera off, and then from here you can see a lot of this hallway, the bar room, and the stairs from here. It's not insanely hidden, I'm not going to lie to you, it's not the best spot. There's not much options you really have. And I can't get my camera back once again. Right, let's move on to the kitchen. The obvious ones. You can chuck your camera. You have to chuck it right where this metal beam is. If you chuck it in here, it's going to destroy the plants. So chuck it where the metal beam is. And you can hide your camera behind where these plants are. And that'll cover the whole of the kitchen. Chuck it on either side. Chuck it on this side, or you can chuck it on this side. It's all personal preference. Another really good spot, you can hear anybody running around in the kitchen. You can hear people planting. But for the actual kitchen, I'll actually throw my camera underneath the stool like that. And people aren't really going to see it. You'll hear people running through the whole of the kitchen. You can see everybody walking through. Another great one, if you want to watch this main entrance and these stairs, is literally just up in this lamp once again. Nobody's going to check that. And the last spot for this floor is literally just up where this bear is. If you throw your camera right at the back of it like that, you can see down the side where that window is, and you can see people coming up the stairs here. And it's pretty hard to see unless you're like all the way back here or staring at it from the stairs. That's the only way you're really going to see it. But let's move on to the basement. So let's start with the obvious ones. The most common camera spot in the washing machine. You can see anybody running straight past here. You can hear people running around, and it's dead easy to get in. You can chuck it in the washing machine or chuck it under there, and you'll hear people running past. You'll see them in the garage. You can see a little bit more with that. If you're going to be using a camera, I'd stick to the main bomb sites, to be honest with you. Like, moving a camera out here is a little bit risky, and you don't see as much. But you want to get a camera that's got a view all the way down here. What I'll do is literally just throw a camera right in that corner like that. And it's pretty damn hard to see. Obviously, you can see it if you come around here. And if you know that spot. But you can see all of the garage in here. And you can see all the way down that doorway to this main wall where most people will breach. That's a pretty good spot. That's the only spot I'd ever use in the garage. Just because it's too far away from any site. Now, this is an obvious spot. But let me tell you, not many people actually get it. If you just chuck it like that, so many people just think it's a light bulb, and you'll be surprised how many people just run past it. I know it's really obvious, but a lot of the times people have just ran straight past it, and it's a great way to see both of the angles here. So you can either do it on that one, or you can do it on this one here. But I honestly prefer that light bulb over this one. This one just seems a little bit more obvious. Now let's move on to the wine cellar. First thing you want to do is come to this fridge. So once you chuck your C4 down, you want to throw your camera like that. And from here, you can see all the way down to that doorway there. And obviously pick up your C4 because that's the most annoying sound ever. So you'll hear people that are planting in this corner here. You can see them all the way down in the doorway at the wine cellar. It is so hard to see that camera. Right, so there's that camera spot. Or you throw a camera all the way where these barrels are. And from here you can actually see the doorway and a little bit of the wine cellar. It is a bit more obvious to see, but it's still a really good hidden spot. Those are the main ones that I have for wine cellar. Now we've got the storage room. I'll climb on top of here, and then I'll throw my camera right at the back here like that. Hear anybody running in the storage room. So that's the one spot that I'd use. It's obviously not a huge amount. You can chuck it in the shelf in here. What I'll do is I'll just get a C4 just like this. Roll the camera off the side like that. And from here, you can hear anybody that's in the storage room. Obviously, you won't be able to see a lot, but it's great for sound cues or hearing anybody that is planting. Now, the garage, whatever you want to be. If you're American, English, garage, it's all the same damn thing. Throw your camera like that, and once the light is off, it is pretty damn hard to see. And you can actually see all the way down in the blue hallway, and you can see the main door. Now, for blue hallway, I will usually just stick a camera here, just because it's just quick and easy, and everybody just walks straight past it. So that's the first one. But if you want somewhere a bit more hidden, you can chuck it literally right where these stairs are. If you throw a camera underneath the wood like that, people actually aren't going to see it when they're coming down the stairs. Once they get here, they're going to be pre-firing down here. It's very rare that they turn around and check here, just because they're going to be watching people that are flowing down here. You'll see them come down the stairs, and you'll hear them at the top here. That's the main one that I'd use for this blue hallway. There are a couple more that I literally missed out and I completely forgot about. So obviously I said that you can throw it below here, but what else you can actually do, and what I do find a lot better, if you come up to the top here and you angle your camera to land directly on top of where that lamp is like that, I tend to find that that is actually more hidden than the one below. I don't know, I just feel like it's a bit better up there, but it's all personal preference. If you prefer, how did I miss that? If you prefer to put it at the bottom, then go ahead. But the one spot that I actually completely forgot about is if you come all the way back to the office in here, if you shoot out the floor like that, and where the kitchen is here, right above where the painting is, if you throw your camera about here, if you turn it and look up, you can actually see all the way into the office, and it's really hard to actually see this camera. That's all the way down there. You have to be at a certain angle to see it. That's the one spot. If you get it all the way at the top here, it doesn't really matter. Either or works. That is every single camera spot that is on this map that I know of. If I have missed any out, do let me know in the comments, because I probably have missed a few out. But if this video has helped you in any sort of way, then I would appreciate any sort of level feedback. But other than that, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.